Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, let us see how to create a table by importing CSV file from S3. So actually we call any file which is stored under S3 bucket as object. Now what we are doing is by using a CSV file which is stored under S3, that is nothing but by using the object which is stored under S3 bucket, we are creating a DynamoDB table by using console. So let's see how to create it. So first you can see under my S3 buckets, certain bucket, I created mockdata.csv. Now, if you open that object, then you can see, if you open that object in S3, you can say file in S3, then you can copy the, you can see a URI. You can see a URI there. You just copy that. Click on this so that your S3 URI will be copied, which will be like this. It will be copied. Now, by using this CSV file, we just create a DynamoDB table. So for that, I just uploaded my CSV file under my S3 bucket and I just copied my URI of that CSV file. Now open your DynamoDB dashboard. So you enter into AWS S3 console. There you can see a top services option. There you just click on DynamoDB, search for DynamoDB, then you click on DynamoDB option so that your dashboard will appear for your DynamoDB. There you can see an option called import from S3. Import from S3. It's a new feature. You just click on it so that you can see whatever the data that you imported from S3 to create tables. I already done with one example. So before this lab, now I'd like to provide you a lab by using the currently I'm showing example. Now for that, since you are importing CSV file from S3 to create this DynamoDB table, first click on this import S3. So for this console, you first need to click import from S3 option so that you get this. So at here, since you are importing a S3 file to create your table, you just click here import from S3. So after clicking that, you can have, you need to follow these three steps. So under first step, you need to specify S3 URL. So whatever the copied URL that you need to paste here, then you need to specify the following configurations. So S3 bucket owner that you need to specify. This is owned by whom? You only, then you need to specify this. So if the bucket is owned by other AWS accounts also, you can able to create a DynamoDB table by just clicking here. You can click here different AWS account, then you need to specify regarding configurations. So currently I just uploaded my file from my same account. So I just clicked this is this AWS account and imported file compression. Is it a zip format or ZSTD format? Then you need to select appropriate format. So currently I have not compressed my file. So I just selecting no compression is there of my file. Now you need to select the file format. Is it a JSON or Amazon Ion or else CSV file? So based on your preference, you need to select this. So since it's a CSV file, I need to select it as a CSV file. Whenever you click on CSV, then it can provide you some details. So you also need to provide these specific details, that is CSV header. What you want to put your CSV header, your first line, or else you want to define your header. So since for this CSV file, I created my attributes under first line only, header only. My DynamoDB attributes will be my CSV first line header values. So I specified like this. So by default, each and every value in a line will be separated by comma. So this is the delimiter character under CSV file. So I just not changing the default value of this CSV delimiter character. So under CSV also, I selected my first line as my header, and delimiter character separating my values will be comma, that I also selected. Now I just need to click on next. That's it. Now up to now we provided what data? Till now we provided import options. Since I'm importing my data from S3, I have provided import options. Now the destination table options that you need to provide now. So from where you are getting this data that you provided in under import options, and under destination table, you need to provide in which table you want to store your data, in which format, that is you want to specify. You need to specify table name, right? Under table name, you need to specify table name. And then you have two things, that is partitioning key and sort key. This sort key is an optional. If you want, you can specify. If you don't want, then you do not need to specify. This partitioning key is used to partition your items. You have multiple items in a table, right? Yes. So if you want to partition your items, this partition key is helpful under DynamoDB table. So this you must need to specify partition key. Now I'm specifying my partition key as ID. ID is actually a number. It's not a string. So I need to specify under this data type. This is a data type. So you just click here. You can see an option number will appear here. You just click on number so that ID will be selected for number type. Now you can see I just specified my ID as a number, and I want to specify my sort key as well, so that I got a fast performance query response, so that I'm specifying my sort key as well. Here you can see last flight, that I specifying as my sort key, and partition key as ID, and this is a string, so that's why I provided it as string. Then after you have table settings, that is you want to move on with the default or customized. So under this table settings, what we need to specify? This table setting contains capacity modes. Either it is a provisioned capacity mode, or you want your capacity mode as provisioned throughput mode, or else on-demand throughput mode. So basically you've seen the difference between these two in previous videos. If you don't want to specify read capacity units and write capacity units and auto scaling group, then you choose on demand throughput mode. But you want a control over specifying these capacity units and auto scaling group, then you choose provisioned throughput mode for your capacity mode. So let's say I want to move on with most possible cases. So that's why I just choose default mode as. By default, AWS will provide you provision mode only. So you click on provision mode, it will be provided. Then under read capacity units and write capacity units, by default, I want to provide 5 read capacity units and 5 write capacity units. And auto scaling group will be by default, it will be under off mode. So you can even edit these details after creation as well. So if you want to edit, then please click here yes. If you click here no, then it won't be editable after creation. So these are the default table settings that we have already provided. If you want to do customize it, then click on the other option that you see in the previous options. Now you can see these local secondary indexes and global secondary indexes. These are additional keys where you can able to got your response very fastly from the table. If you use these two, then they provide you fast response compared to previous two keys that you have, that is partitioning and sort key. By using those two, in addition to those, if you use these two as well, local secondary index and global secondary indexes, These are acts like two catalysts. Why catalyst is used? To speed up your process, we use catalyst. Same like that, if you want quick responses, you use these local secondary indexes and global secondary indexes. If you want encryption, then do this here. And the table class you need to specify. DynamoDB standard class will be specified by default. After this is the way that you can able to provide destination details. Then click on next option. You can see under right bottom right corner, next option that you click. Now you reach to the final step, that is review and import. So you have provided import options and destination options, destination table options. So you just need to review the things. So under import options, you can see what are the source that you provided, that is S3 URL. You can see that, and bucket owner you provided, and importing file format you provided, header you provided, and delimiter character you provided, and you have also specified what is the compression type that your data is stored under S3. So since no compression is there for my CSV file, I have selected no compression. And then you can see step 2, that is destination table. You can see under destination table step 2, you are reviewing your details what you provided. That is under table details, you provided a table name and your partitioning key you provided, and your sort key you provided, and table class you provided. So coming to read write capacity units, you provided a default settings for the table. So that's why it provided a capacity mode as provisioned, read capacity units and write capacity units are 5 by default, and auto scaling group is disabled, that is off mode by default. You can even able to edit these details after you're creating your table as well. So under secondary indexes, you have not specified any secondary index currently. Under that, you can see an encryption at rest. It was owned by encryption key you specified owned by Amazon DynamoDB. At last, you can see under import option. So this import option will do just import your whatever the specified S3 CSV file that will be imported, and it will create you the table based on your specified parameters above under your DynamoDB tables. So whenever you click on import, then you can see status, that is importing status. After completed, it will reach to this completed status. Your table will be created from your CSV file, CSV object, which is specified under S3. You can see after few seconds only your status will be reached to active state. That is whatever the CSV file that you are imported from S3 that created you a table with under tables you created a table with the name what, based on your specified destination table parameters, that is I specified imported packs. So by using this name, your table will be created under tables of my DynamoDB. You can even verify the content which is present in CSV file is correctly imported or not. You just click on this table, whatever you want to open. So since I imported my imported packs, since I created my table as imported packs, I just click on it. You just click on it so that it will open your table. So now we have opened our imported packs table. So under this table, you can see the general information. So if you want to monitor or explore items under the table, then click here. You can see at the top right corner, explore table items. So you just click there so that you can able to see whatever the items which are present under imported packs table. You can see this type of dashboard. So under this items returned, you can able to see how many items you have and what are the items you have under this. Actually, it's loading so that it was showing the count as 0. After loading, it will show you the total number of count. You can see after loading items, under items returned, you have 50 items. So like this, whatever the data under your CSV file will be loaded here, and you imported successfully whatever the CSV file which is present in S3 to a DynamoDB bucket that you just created with the specified destination bucket details from the specified CSV file which stores as object in your S3 bucket. I hope you understood this video about how to import your CSV file which is present in S3, and you can able to create a table, that is DynamoDB table, in DynamoDB. Thanks for watching. If you feel this video is contentful to you, then please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. See you back in the next video. Until then, bye bye guys.